let's look at Ripple versus the US dollar. First off, read this disclaimer carefully. This here is Ripple's website. Ripple is one of those cryptocurrencies. Here you can see some of the performance of XRP/US dollar. If we look at the performance years to date, 4-ish% return, which is beating the S&P 500. There's been some bigger moves in other cryptocurrencies. I have the cryptocurrencies here, and I have made videos about Bitcoin and Ethereum, hence Ripple is the one today. This is the performance from the 52-week lows, 83%. That's rather decent. Very decent indeed. Okay, so let's just quickly get to grips here about, what is Ripple? Okay. RippleNet, the world's most accessible global payments network. Enable global payments for everyone. RippleNet makes it easy for its diverse network of 300+ financial institutions worldwide to enable transfer, lower-cost payments around the world. The value of RippleNet everywhere. Expand your reach by offering more places and ways to move money. Reliable. Build trust by increasing visibility and eliminating payment failure. Instant. Provide instant payments so money arrives when customers need it. This is one of those things that fiat money is not able to do. When I make a purchase on Saturday, it will not be fully registered in my bank account until Monday, which is ridiculous. Low cost, capitalize on operational and cost efficiencies to further grow your business. Who runs on Apple? American Express, Santander, some establishment players. Yeah, it's an interesting cryptocurrency. The order of the day is that we will first look at the charts, do some technical analysis, and then we will have a segment about the biggest cryptocurrency scandals so far. Because there's been some big scandals. Okay, here we are doing trend analysis, weekly data points. This is the recent development here for Ripple. You can see that, this was the super bubble, a major spike. Maybe it makes more sense to look at the dailies here. Because this spike distorts the data. Okay. This is the most recent development. You can see here that we are above this green 50-day moving average. We do, however, have the 100-day moving average right above us here, and then we have the 200-day moving average. In this instance, we are a bit squeezed between support and resistance levels. We also here have this red exponential 20-day moving average, while the other moving averages here are simple moving averages. The thing about exponential moving averages is that they respond more quickly to data, to changes in price. However, the big but with the exponential is that they might be a bit too sensitive. And generally speaking, you need to be rather careful about using technical indicators that are not used by a bunch of people, because the more people who look at a specific indicator, the more reliable that indicator becomes. Looking at the parabolic SAR here, that one is in bearish mode. You can see that here it is bullish, bearish. The PPO recently sent a sell signal. So technically speaking, Ripple is a bit in a mess. It's a bit messy at the moment. We have a battle between the bulls and the bears. We do have a clear support level, but also resistance. Meaning, for us to really break out of these resistance levels, we need a substantial catalyst. Let's do some other types of analysis. Let's go here to strategies and look at let's look at momentum. That's quite informative. In this instance, we can see that the RSI is basically in the neutral zone. We do have the CTM. The CTM is a bit, it is a bit improved from some of the previous instances here. As far as the these Bollinger Bands, also a very popular indicator. We did recently test the lower Bollinger Band and found support. We do of course have the 20-point moving average right above this. Hence we are a bit stuck here as well. Let's use some of the other indicators. Let's look a bit at money flow. That can be rather informative. Money flow becomes interesting. You can see here the Chalkin money flow and the accumulation distribution line. There is some, especially the AD line is bullish. You see that there is an increase, even though price action has not increased, meaning there is a bullish divergence here between the price action and the AD line. That's interesting. So there is some accumulation going on here. Let's do some other analysis. Maybe we should look a bit at let's do the electric blue. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. You see the tricks recently did send a sell signal. If you here you can see the volume bars, know how much volume has been. So this is rather interesting. It shows us how much money has been spent on different price levels. Meaning you can see this price level here is a major battle zone. Hence, even if we get a rally, there are many resistance levels above us. Hence, it comes back to this notion that we do need a rather serious catalyst for Ripple to break out above the dollar. Let's quickly actually look at the US dollar index. Let's look at it like that and see what's happening here with the US dollar. Okay, this is rather interesting. Okay, this is the US dollar index, and you can see here that after this major spike, the US dollar is chopping sideways. And the saying is that the longer it goes sideways, the bigger the eventual breakout. Now let's look a bit here at momentum for the US dollar, because then we can get the Bollinger Bands. So here you can see that the Bollinger Bands, they become very expanded. Now they become much tighter. And if you look at this, here you have this extended period of the Bollinger Bands becoming tighter and tighter and tighter, and eventually that tightness, the energy that is built up, it is released. And of course this is like an extreme reaction where the Bollinger Bands just explode. Similarly, we are building up energy here. We are chopping and chopping sideways, and eventually there will be a breakout, and that could be that major catalyst that Ripple needs to gain strength. To sum up with the Ripple, this is more of a wait and see approach. There's nothing spectacularly bullish going on with Ripple, nor bearish. It's more one of those wait and see approaches. You could of course have a very speculative buy position if you want to just nibble a bit and have some exposure, but as we saw with the many different indicators, there is a serious conflict between the bulls and the bears. A standoff where it's not clear who is actually going to pull the trigger first. If I were to make a wild bet, I do think that we could see some significant rallies in many different kinds of cryptocurrencies in the coming months, but that would be based on the thesis that we will see a substantial disruption in the financial markets, which could come concomitantly with major pullback in stocks, hypothetically, and a potential weakening of the US dollar. Okay, so here are some of the biggest scandals. Mt. Gox in 2014, $473 million were just stolen by hacker and Bitcoin exchange owner Alexander Vinik. You have Bitfinex 2016, $72 million stolen. This was done by exploiting vulnerabilities in multi-signature wallet. You have Coincheck 2018, $530 million, stolen by attacking hot wallet storage without multi-signature protection. Another big scandal, of course, was BitConnect. BitConnect was a huge scandal, and a great example of how powerful marketing and sales techniques can be. Because the sales and marketing techniques used by BitConnect were best of breed, but it goes to show you that if something is too enthusiastic, too ecstatic, then there is reason to be skeptical. Let's quickly look at the S&P 500, the SPY, see what is going on here with the daily data points. We will look at the S&P 500 in the video that will come out on Sunday, because I have to leave now to do some business. Okay. Whatever you do, of course, let the trend be your friend. Very interesting things happening with Ripple at the moment, but it still is a wait-and-see approach, really. Because the bulls and the bears are just completely in a standoff, and, the problem with Ripple is that, unlike many other financial markets, you do not have options available, at least in the same way you have with stocks and so on and so forth. Hence, it is not that easy to make money by using strategies that benefit from sideways movements.